Alrighty. Oh yeah, boy. Yeah. All right. What if I'm more like here, and then I do like that? Oh, no. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. So artsy. Okay. Um. Okay. The goal of this is to be really concise. So I just finished the first video, went through it, a little disorganized. I hadn't eaten, and that was a little bit silly. I think that was part of why I couldn't concentrate. But feeling a little better now. So really, there are a few points that I was trying to make that I feel like I did not. I was just too distracted to really follow through. But yeah, part of this might be me repeating myself, but I'm still just going to kind of communicate this so that it's like concise. This channel is my creative outlet. This is where I'm going to document what's going on in my life. There's going to be, I might need to separate it into multiple channels. I want it to be very authentic, but I also need to be mindful that there is a certain strategy to follow if you actually, and I don't want that to interfere with my authenticity, but as much as my focus. That's really what I'm getting at. So I might focus on kind of the pet sitting / the personal growth angle. And by personal growth, that's going to be very wide. I'm not just talking about like finances, but I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about my own journey in discovering who I am. I had to learn about boundaries on my own. I had to learn about like self-worth and confidence and all of that stuff. Like no disrespect to my family, but like I just come from a background where I was more so taught how to survive and how to view the world through a very tactical lens. And I've had to learn about all the other needs, such as like, connections and purpose and, not, yeah. So there's a longer version to that, but what I'm saying is I've had to teach myself a lot. And what I've been coming across a lot online is like, if you want to provide value, just figure out what problems you can solve for people and help them solve them. You can either alleviate pain or you can promise some kind of reward or pleasure or whatever it may be. And I want to be entertaining, but also really, as cheesy as it sounds, I want to make the world a little bit better as far as my piece, my puzzle piece. I'm not trying to fix the whole world. I'm just saying whatever my part is meant to be, I'm trying to fulfill my role. And I don't want self-doubt and things like that to get in the way of me just expressing my perspective and sharing my journey. I'm sure that looking back, because like when I look back on myself from even a few years ago, I have a lot of dislike for that person, and it's stronger as you go farther back. But I also lately have learned to have a lot more compassion for that person, and that's been a really big part of my healing. That's been a really big part of not only being kinder to myself, but it kind of has this overflow effect where I've been much more kind and forgiving and understanding with like my family and just people in my life. I've been much more at peace, which I'm very grateful for. And it's taken a lot to get to where I am, and I see a huge mountain ahead of me that I'm about to, that I am currently embarking on. So integrating this into my life where I can share, hopefully inspire, hopefully connect, so be inspired, that's what this is about. I feel a lot better about how I'm articulating this right now. The last video, I'm still going to upload that, it's authentic, but I feel like I actually am saying what I'm trying to say right now. So yeah, why should you follow? Why should you, whatever? Honestly, that's up to you. But as far as what I'm aiming to kind of offer as a channel, I'm going to be sharing about things that I've been through, how I got through them, what I learned. So I'm 27. So if you're, in your 20s, even if you're older, maybe, I don't know, but like if you're in your 20s, like I said in the last video, it's kind of a crazy time to be alive. So it's things are insane, and honestly, we're kind of at a point where like again, I don't mean to disrespect my family, but like my dad, he is actually, I'm 27, my dad's in his 70s. He's like a Vietnam vet, and there's a large age gap, huge generation gap. So when I'm dealing with a lot of like modern problems, I don't really think of him or people even 20 years. Like it's like we're in unprecedented times. Nobody knows what the heck is going on. You know what I mean? Like, and it's kind of like this train that I think a lot of people are like, is this going to slow down anytime soon? Like, are we going to take a moment and because of the incentives of the world, we're not slowing down. So, yeah, I'm also kind of figuring out how to navigate the world, but also on the flip side, I was raised to survive, and I am good at that. So I'm working on the thriving. I'm working on the, just the being at peace, working on resting, things like that. But yeah, I feel like I have a story to tell, and I have a journey to document and share. And again, it's not just about, like, this is an exercise for me. Like the whole live streaming at 7 in the morning. Delicious. The live streaming at 7 in the morning, it kind of feels like having a gym buddy or something, where if I don't feel like getting up and doing it, I'm still gonna get up and do it, because even if there's like 3 people that tune in, like the whole point is to provide that space and to have that little community and to have that routine, to have that, and it would be really cool, if in months or however long, if there actually was like a little group of us, that'd be pretty fun. I feel like I'd be kind of hyped to wake up, because it's not the same as actually meeting up with people, but just having that, sort of social experience, I look forward to that. So I'm going to be doing that. My goal is Monday through Friday, and my intention is to be, to stretch, do like a light, exercise, just get the blood pumping, just get your lymphatic system moving, maybe try and, practice some gratitude, just, I don't know, whatever. And it'll evolve, but that's the goal. So if you're trying to get up, at a reasonable time, I mean, this is New York time, this is, I don't know, but that's my goal there. And yeah, again, the point that I'm making is these things are all to kind of help me have structure and to help me. I'm telling a story, but it's actually my life. And this is almost like a form of like journaling and thinking. I have a painfully active mind that I'm very excited to channel in the right directions, but it's like a wild stallion that's kicking around, and you're trying like, whoa, what the hell, like, trying to hold on for dear life. So it's at times it's hard to hold on to one thought at a time, or to, but then other times I get like just really locked in. So I said at the beginning that this was meant to be concise. We are still under 10 minutes, but I have covered a lot of ground, I suppose. At least I'm saying things. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I think this will be good for me, and hopefully it'll be good for the world, to some degree. And yeah, I aim to be authentic. I aim to not cover up my blemishes. I aim to, be a friend. I don't think that it's healthy in general to have these parasocial relationships, you know what I mean? But like genuinely, like I just I post stuff on like Instagram. I've posted a lot of stuff on my Instagram of like my pet sitting, and it's just like cute dog pictures and videos and stuff. And I don't really have much of a following, but occasionally people will be like, those are really like it kind of makes my day a little bit better to see those. And I'm like, oh, like thanks, that's nice. Like sometimes I think I'm kind of annoying with how much I post, so I just want to put out good vibes. I do pet sitting, as I keep freaking saying, but what I'm saying is that there's a lot of cute doggies, a lot of cute stuff. I have to be really mindful not to like violate anybody's private, like I'm not giving, there's nothing, you don't know where I'm at, I'm not showing family portraits in the background, so that's something I want to be mindful of. But yeah, I'm constantly moving and having this structure, having a narrative that I'm following, you know what I mean? Like I wake up and I'm like, this is, yeah, I want this to be almost like we're standing side by side, if that makes sense. So also, yeah, it's like, if my life is super boring, then like that sucks, you know what I mean? So it also kind of is like, all right, what am I going to do if I have free time? I'm trying to actually integrate more fun. I'm trying to integrate more play, more like things for my inner child, because I've just had a lot of work, super serious all the time. And that has had its advantages. I've certainly grown very rapidly in certain ways, but other areas have been, neglected. So yeah, I'm just trying to live a happy, healthy life, and I would like to, I'm very, very busy with my pet sitting, so I need to actually, I've kind of hit a certain ceiling. I can only be at so many places at a time, so I am looking to have other people that are helping me do walks and stuff. So that's something that I can also share, because I'm going to talk about how you can make money and things like that, how you can support yourself and communicate and blah blah blah. I'm talking about more like for younger people. Maybe that's helpful. I don't know. I don't mean to come off any kind of way, but anyway, yeah. So yeah, this is probably, I think there are definitely things that I were talking about in the last video that didn't really that I don't know, it's not really that important if I finish the thought, but I think I got the idea across, is that there's this is the glue, this is what I'm going to be posting about, and Tippy Taps is my pet sitting brand. I also have a photography brand, but that's kind of more, that serves a different purpose. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, thanks. This is better communication. I'm not as, there's a word for it, but I will not say it. I'm not as slow. Yeah, thanks.